Hey, today I'm going to review two lists. This first one is from Luke. And I'll just find it for you. Where did I put it? Oh, there. I put it here. Right, here we go. So, Luke has built an Italian list. You and everyone else. I'm just time of recording, I'm going through the lists for the Danish nationals. Eight Italian lists out of 44. Italy is back, baby. Italy is really back. So yeah, we're going to see a lot more of these, I think, going forward. We have 13 order dice, 999 points. Maybe a little low on order dice, but not massively so. First Lieutenant, this I think could be done cheaper. Now I know that Luke is doing this as he's building this as a Croatian Axis collaborator army or something. There was, like in many of the Eastern European countries, including Denmark, by the way, not Eastern European, but we had collaborators who fought for the Axis powers, and the Croats did as well. So he is building this as sort of a not a what if, because it's a real army, but he's been playing them as partisans so far, but he's actually building this as the more or less real soldiers that got uniforms, fighting for the Axis powers. So this is an exercise in running theme, but as you may know, right here is my Ukrainian UPA partisans. You don't need to sacrifice all competitiveness for running theme. These have done rather well so far. I have not finished training with them. I'm still doing that, but at some point I hope to win tournaments with these partisans. Go figure. Anyways, so you can do something competitive even with subpar armies, and so I think this can be done. But so he's building this as an Italian, because most of these Croats were equipped with Italian weapons and uniforms, I think. But a first lieutenant is still way too expensive, and not effective enough. Sorry, got a cold. 85 points, you could be paying 35. So that's 50 points that you could be saving, which is a flamethrower. So don't. It's never worth it. I know that you'll want the morale that he gives for the troops that you're buying. I don't see it happening. Right. Then we have inexperienced infantry sections. These are very, very thematic. So there's a lot of rifles, and it's 10-man sections. They're green. They've got light machine guns. They're not competitive. No, they're not. I mean, I just don't see this happening. 11-man units here. They are full strength again. 11 men. The big units, don't get me wrong, but why would you ever buy 20 points worth of upgrades to lose 2 shots, or like for 2 extra shots, 20 points, and then fire at -1? I mean, it's you're betting on these becoming regulars, aren't you? And it doesn't happen that often. Loads of them, though, which I think is a good way to go. I think these could be just as effective with just riflemen, and you could save a few points. And I think I would run them at 9-man units. 9-man units, just riflemen. Or 11-man units if you want to go full strength. Just riflemen. And I can see a thing going in full strength with at least a few of them, because they can outflank. But I think, yeah, just rifles. Don't buy submachine guns, light machine guns for upgrades, not competitively at least. I know you'll want to have some value of theme in this, so you can ignore all my advice here, but competitively, no. Inexperienced medium mortar, that sort of fits in with the inexperienced infantry. So here we have theme and competitiveness. The only thing you need to do there is you need to make sure that your mortar is safe from enemy snipers. There your own sniper will help, but you also have to place it so that it doesn't get sniped. Anti-tank gun? Nope. Don't do this. Buy a howitzer instead. It's the only thing I can say. Buy a howitzer instead. The anti-tank gun is never worth it. 75 points for an HE1. It has the same penetrative power as Panzerfaust, which is 5 points. Nope. An L640, that might be worth it. It's vulnerable, one-man turret, but it's got recce and it's got a light autocannon. So that, yeah, I can see that happening. It's not the best, but if that was what your Croats was equipped with, okay, who am I to judge? The L3 Tankette, again, not the best, but it's got loads of MMGs, right? So, okay. I mean, 10 MMG shots, that's perfectly fine. Can be cheaper, though. Then you can get fortifications. Don't do that, because it's not generic reinforced platoon, typically. And then a couple of trucks with MMGs, regulars. Yeah. Yep. I think this platoon with the horde of Inix needs a little bit of anti-tank, and the anti-tank gun is not it. So I would rather buy a Stuk or something that has an anti-tank gun, maybe even the Italian, what is it called, M15, whatever, the Polizei tank, so the darker tank. I don't know if the Croat had access to those, but there you go. That would be my advice competitively. So look, thank you so much for the list here. Second list that we're going to look at today is from Bryn. And Bryn is building Japanese. 999 points, 16 order dice. It is his main competitive list. Now, Japanese are back in the competitive scene after the WTC, where the guy who came first actually ran a Japanese list, and we had in the top 5, I think we had 2 Japanese lists. So the Japanese are back. You can do this. I will say, though, that the guy who came first, there was an unfortunate thing where one of his matches, his opponent gave up, so he got extra points for that. So we may not say that the Japanese are the best army in the world at this point, but they are. They've always been good, but they are difficult to run. It takes a lot of skill to run Japanese effectively. So, good luck. Veteran second lieutenant with double men. This is in order for him to be very, very survivable. I don't know that this is worth it. Again, we're at 91 points for 3 veterans. That is too expensive. Then bamboo spears. Yes, bamboo spears are always worth it. 50 points for 10 men. They're green. Yes. A Kempertai will help them with the green tests. So you just need to stick them together. And you do the octopus where the bamboos are sort of radiating out from your Kempertai. An infantry flag. Okay. Not really worth it in my book. I think those 25 points could have been spent on a suicider instead. Would have been way more worth it, and would have been an extra order dice. Dual weapons with light mortars. Yes, I can see this happening. These are really expensive units, though. I think if you're going to run light mortars, I think you need to run them regular, because they're very, very, very expensive. Right now they're dual purpose, so they're both a push unit and a unit that can sit and fire their mortar. Maybe play around with them, see if you can make them work, and let me know. Another militia here, a militia squad here, again green, so again one of the arms of the octopus here that needs to go from the Kempertai. Medium mortar, inexperienced. That always works HE works for Japanese. Lone sniper, yes, with a sniper rifle. Bold attacker, I don't think you need that, but okay, it's a sniper. A flamethrower, yeps. Need a Kurogani, but it really works. Flamethrowers with Japanese are surprisingly effective because they're really good against tanks. 3 suicide anti-tankers just to threaten away, encourage enemy armor to stay at range. And a spigot mortar. The spigot mortar is deadly. Last game I played, I lost a full 8-9-man veteran squad, tough fighters and all that, to a spigot mortar that just zeroed in and just killed me in 2 turns. Yeah, they're deadly. Deadly, deadly, deadly. Captured Steward. Now, this is not normally allowed in generic reinforced platoons, so this will have to go. If I was your TO, I would say nope. That you can take it is an easy army mistake, but if you are allowed to take it, please do, because it plugs the gap in one of the things that the Japanese are lacking. And a Kurogani for the flamethrower. Lovely, lovely, lovely platoon. It's got different aspects here. It's got the veterans that has the staying power. It's got the green militia horde style things. It's got a little bit of HE, not enough. And it's got a tank. I mean, yeah, it's just really, really good. Right. That was it for me today, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.